Hello, guys. Welcome to the Powerbomb Project. My name is Berman, and I am going to be doing a single review because my other two hosts didn't want to watch this because they didn't have enough time or whatever like that. And this is the most recent ROH pay per view, Death Before Dishonor, 2023. And for a general review, it was actually pretty good. There was only two, maybe three mid matches out of the whole entire card, and not counting the kickoff or the 0 hour, whatever you call it. It was very fun. There are some really fun matches, some weird matches, but very fun to watch. So let's first start off with saying that we don't say kickoff that much, but there's only one match I would suggest you guys to just watch because kickoff there's only one match, very good match was IR Fox versus Shane Taylor. That was a very good underrated match to put on the 0 hour right there. Very good match to watch. So let's start off with I felt like it was a jobber to me because I haven't watched Ring of Honor for a good while, about maybe a week or so. It was Commander versus Gravity. Gravity looked so very stupid when I was walking, but like it's a very two luchadors just going back and forth. And I think the big thing why they gave so really Gravity won, but I think they gave that win because Gravity is going to be fighting against Pac on Wednesday on Dynamite for I don't know what reason. I don't know if Gravity is doing something. I have no idea. But it was not that bad of a match. Same time, I just give this a 7 because it was a very fun match to watch. Let's move on to the uh, Ring of Honor Television Championship, which is Samoa Joe, the champion, versus Dalton Castle. Dalton Castle got this chance by doing a tournament, defeating Shane Taylor to get this chance. It kind of comedic a little bit because of how Dalton Castle and the boys kind of work out, but it was very funny too. But at the end, it made no sense to me. But like Samoa Joe there was a big thing with Samoa Joe and that guy I forgot his name who who is the manager of the firm. He is the manager of Ring of Honor or the GM of Ring of Honor, and he's pissed at Samoa Joe. He doesn't want to get killed by Samoa Joe. So he pretty much helped Samoa Joe win the match, which made no sense because I don't think Samoa Joe needed to win by a cheating or by a weird manager because in the whole thing he was so dominant without any help. So it's kind of weird to show that. But even if it was not a bad match, I would give this a 6.5 for that. The next match was probably one of those interesting matches too. It was the tag team Ring of Honor tag team championships. It was Lucha Brothers who were the champions. Aussie Open, the returning Aussie Open, the Kingdom, and Best Friends. This was a very fun match too, and it had a lot of crazy crap happen. It was very chaotic, but it was very good to watch. But in the end, it was Aussie Open winning the tag team titles, which was very good. A great decision. But the most interesting thing that kind of sees that is that Lucha Brothers seemed like they kind of turned a little bit heel. They turned heel in the match. They hit Trent Beretta with a screwdriver or a hammer to the head. Tried to pin like that, didn't work like that. But it seemed like they're going to turn heel. That's how I thought about. But still saying this match was a very fun match. I really do love this. A very good chaotic match. I would give this a probably an 8.5 because it was very fun to watch. Let's move on to the next match, which this one I would say is the low point of the match. The low point, which is the Mogul Embassy, which is Brian Cage, Tonga Loa, and Bishop Khan versus Master Wato, Tangayishi, and Leon Ruffin. This was a squash match. I feel like they were doing some good things, but it felt very one-sided at the same time. So I'm not going to do anything big about this. It's just saying that Mobile MC won. It was probably I'll give it 6.5 because there's some fun parts. So I give that 6.5. The next match was very fun to me. Where it is Shibata versus Daniel Garcia for the pure championship under pure rules. Now this was very funny because of how Shibata was not. It was pissed off because anytime Garcia danced, he just gets pissed off and starts to the beating him so badly. It was so funny too. Every time he danced, just kept on dancing. Every time he hit, dance. It was very funny, but it was some really good match for pure people who like pure wrestling. This was a match you probably really liked. It was not that bad. I would give this a 7 because it was very fun to watch. Going into this was probably one of my high points of this, how good it was. The Righteous, which was Vincent, Dutch, and Sue Grayson versus the Dark Order, which is Evil Uno, John Silver, and Alex Reynolds, in a fight without honor, which is more or less a street fight, a very big street fight. And it was chaotic. I think this was so much fun. Bloody as hell. They used a bunch of thumbtacks. They used barbed wire. They used barbed wire 2x4s. They used Legos, which was a very funny thing they did, but it was very good that they did that. I think it was just way too much fun to watch. But in the end, Dark Order won by I think they call it a pendulum. I can't remember what their finisher is, but it's pretty much a pendulum finisher where all three of them do it. And hitting Stu Grayson to finish off the story of his Stu Grayson betrayal against the Dark Order. And it was a very great match to end this whole thing. So bloody, but so much fun to watch. So I'd probably give this a 8.5 too. It was very fun to watch. And next was uh the second. Let's say there's two main events on this thing. That's how they called it. So the first main event they're going to do was Claudio Castagnoli versus Pac for the Ring of Honor Championship. Now this was a great match on this card, man. It was hard hitting, and it was a lot of emotion too because of how Pac left the what's called Blood and Guts. He got pissed off, so he left. So it was a lot of betrayal in this one. So it was very great. But in this match had so many great moments. I think the best thing was the count was the what's it called transition to the neutralizer, which was it looked kind of like a Styles Clash neutralizer with how it looked, but it was probably one of the best neutralizer I've seen on a from Claudio, from how that looked. It was very good. But in the end, Claudio won by interference by Wheeler Yuta. But technically, Pac started it because he wanted to go for the uh, turnbuckle, take the turnbuckle off. Then Wheeler Yuta came out, distracted him. Claudio European uppercutted him, right in the back of the head, and then finished the match with the Ricola Bomb. It was a very fun match. I really loved it. I would give this a 9 because it was very fun to watch. And then let's get on to the main event, which was a big main event for a lot of things. And that was Athena, the champion, versus Willow Nightingale, Ring of Honor Women's Championship. Now, this was big too because Willow Nightingale's family was in the house and she was there watching them. So this was a amazing match. They called so many great moves, so many fun things happened, and a lot of things it kind of trailed back to the older women who made Ring of Honor big. They brought up the Smash. Someone used Smash Mouth finisher, which was one of the Japanese people's. They used a Royal Butterfly, which was I forgot her name, Emiya Maya. They used I think Gail Kim's finisher. I think was the one that they say that she's used was the Gail Kim's finisher. They used different finishers from different people throughout Ring of Honor through other promotions, and I think that showed a lot of things that was giving respect to a lot of women. And I think it was great because I gotta say that Willow Nightingale showed so much more than she has been in so many other matches. That Willow Nightingale feels like a main player from this whole match. It was too much fun to watch. I was really thinking that Willow's gonna win, but in the end, Athena actually won this, which was very surprising to me because I thought Willow Nightingale was going to take it with all the things that she'd done this past year with Willow Nightingale, mainly winning the Owen Hart Cup. I thought, she's going to win the title too. She's going to win Ring of Honor title too. Nope, she actually did a really nice twist to that too. Athena's still champion, and she won by the Eclipse. I'm gonna keep on saying the Eclipse. So it was a very fun match. I do give this a 9.5 out of 10. It was very great, probably the best women's match of this year, I would say, for the women's side, not the men's, but the women's 100%. So for this whole entire pay-per-view, I'm gonna give this a I'm gonna say an 8.5, an 8.5. It was a great Ring of Honor pay-per-view. We don't do a lot of Ring of Honor because we can't we don't do that much because sometimes they don't have good matches. But this was very worth it to watch. It was way too much fun to watch too. It was not even it was not even a disappointer. So to me, it was very fun. So if you guys for watching, I've been Berman, and we'll see you guys in the next video, which will be the retro review. See you guys. Peace.